Everybody, welcome. We're going to talk a little bit about just conference and what the outcome of these leadership calls is really about. And I was talking to Mitra today. We really kind of Mitra Ray and myself, and just talking about real desire. And I don't know if everybody's taken the time yet to really spend a good half hour on reviewing Healthy Living Revolution, and reviewing the Freedom Revolution, because I was starting somebody this weekend, and she's a business owner. She's like, Lauren, she goes, oh my God, it's all right here. There's nothing else anybody needs if all they do is follow this, the recipes, the themes, the Shred 10, the starting strong program for kids, everything for the Freedom Revolution of getting someone started. All you need to do is really truly follow those two programs. When I was having Jessica put together a starter guide, I think Jessica really said it best. She's like, Lauren, she goes, why are we putting together this starter guide? It's all right here in the virtual office. And if you really take the time, we are so blessed that the company has put together so much for us. And it really is, if you want to get started strong, that's what it is. So here's what we're doing. As you guys know, I think we've got a couple Molly, you and your millennials, because all these people need to be, hi, Linda, I think Natalie, we need to make sure that what we're going to do is we're going to have competition. And that's really the way for one, accountability. You can't measure, what you don't track. And so once again, you can't measure what you don't track. So in order to really grow your business, you need to be able to track your activity, right? So you need to know your results. If you're any kind of sales, they're going to see how your sales are, right? In order, if you had a JOB where you're getting paid by your sales, they're going to track your sales and the number of calls that you did. If I had Joss on the call, he's at work right now, but it's like, Mom, it's all about, what you can track. If you're not producing the results at a JOB, what? You don't get to keep your job. So this is really for you guys. For one, we know the power of team. We know the power of sideline support. We know the power of you guys really, holding each other to a high standard. So what we're going to do is each week, you'll be responsible for getting your lead, not me. And the leads of how many new customers they have, how many new distributors that they have, how many events that they did, how many events that they had scheduled. And each thing will have points, with regards to that. And also they need to turn in your, if you're looking at your grid, you need to turn in your grid for that week, who you're going to talk to, what your outcomes are for that day. So if you really look at why Australia, I believe, grew so much, a lot has to do with Celine of really pushing everybody to do that grid. You talk to someone like a Rebecca Neal, who's done our call and is very close to 100 Club, or a Shani. All those guys really did is they really track their grids. I think Rebecca said she has every grid that she's done since she started the business for the past 2 years. So I said to her, I go, how powerful is that going to be when she does a presentation and shows, her grids from 5 years and why she's gotten the results. So you can't measure what you don't track. So get paid, people put on customers and distributors. We have so much momentum coming off of conference. And so that's really from the Birmingham conference, as well as the, the US conference and the Italian conference. So we've got lots of momentum. And remember, we talk about the concepts are constant, right? So concepts are, once again, put on customers, put on distributors. The way that that's done is different. It might be Facebook, it might be Instagram, it might be one-on-one events, it might be Zoom events. So concepts are constant. So if you're looking at, how do you really look at the different concepts, go back to the basics. And that's what we're going to cover today. And is everybody excited about this? First of all, I'd love to hear who's excited about this and what you guys are looking forward to. And I'll be announcing good, nice prizes. But does anybody have any questions so far as I'm talking, as I'm sharing? No? But this is your business. I also really want you guys to get, it's funny because, I've gotten a lot of feedback from a lot of people from different teams about about the climate and you. When you heard me say everything that I was saying from the stage, I want you guys to get that. I was thinking about you, each one of you, and my dreams and my desires for each one of you. And I want it so bad for you, but you've got to want it for you. You know, time's going to go by. I know some of you, just talking to a friend of mine who she didn't renew her distributorship. And she's like, oh my God, like what happened? I go, you got 5 emails about it. And you didn't do it. She goes, oh my God, Lauren, I was getting an extra $300 a month. I can't believe what's happened now because I'm not getting that extra $300 a month. So we were able to reinstate her. But I want you guys to realize just how important that $300 can change someone's life. So what we're going to do is each week you guys are going to take a call. So I think today is, who's today? Who's our call today? I need the team leads to check in to see who's on your.
It's Millennials Mean Business today.
Who's on from your. So Team Molly, who's your team? Let's make sure that they're on. Team Molly?
Yes. So Tasha, Sylvia, Kat, and Lindsay.
Awesome. So all your teams on?
Yes.
Okay, 10 points for you guys. All team calls on. Can you keep track of that? Natalie, is all your team on? Is Natalie on? I don't see Natalie on. Ooh, Natalie's not on. Mo, is your team on? No?
Sorry,
no
one. No
one's on from Mo's call. Okay. Nope. Mary Beth, anybody on from your team?
I don't have a team yet. I'm creating it. I don't know how to get anybody, so I'm going to pull it in. I'll have people on a team. I'll do it this week. I'm just catching my breath. So we get them on today. I'll have to find a team. Creating a team.
Lauren, there is a few of us on from Natalie's team, though.
For Natalie's team, replace it every day. I need you guys to really, this is the first step, as you guys can see. So this is the first step. 1, team leads need to make sure that they show up for the calls. 2, make sure to check in with your team and follow up with your team. This is the basics for building any part of your business, right? You can't measure what? Can't measure what you don't track. So this is an opportunity for you guys to practice basically when you go back to your building your own team, right? To find out who's really showing up, right? Because the people, as we say, one cow shows up, you still feed it, right? So you guys have shown up, so we're here to really give you that information and to really help you grow. So this is the first step. This is kind of practice for building your team and how do you handle following up with those team? Okay, guys, are we going to do this? Are we in? Are we out? What are we going to do? So concepts are constant. Those things showing up. First step is showing up, right? 2 is being resourceful, right? So I think Natalie and could use them as examples. Natalie and Molly, what did they do? They did great jobs of creating momentum where people wanted to be a part of the movement. So the rebels, right? And then what else? Millennials Mean Business. So that creates what? That creates curiosity. How many of you are a little bit curious about that, right? So this is really your practice for you to build your team. How many of you guys get this? Who gets this? Okay. So who is our team today that is doing the freedom? I think you guys are doing the Freedom Revolution, walking everybody through that on your screen share. Who did we say was doing that, or do I need to go back?
Hey, real quickly, Manon's here with her team, so just FYI.
Awesome. Okay, great. So you guys ready to go walk everybody through it with that screen share about it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm passing it over to you.
All right. Hey everybody, my name is Molly. And like I said, everyone on my team, it's Sylvia, Tasha, Kat, and Lindsay, and myself, and we are the Millennials Mean Business. Sylvia is going to screen share with us today. You know, Lauren said it perfectly. We are so blessed that the company put this together for us. You know, it couldn't be any easier, honestly, and this website is proof of that, and we're so super excited to have this and to be able to use it. So Tasha is going to get us started. She's going to get us going, so go ahead, Tosh.
Hi, I'm sorry, can you hear me now? Okay, cool. Sorry, my phone froze on me. Hi, everybody. So Sylvia's share screening, which is great because it means I don't have to show you my laptop. So basically, my section that I'm going to cover is just the homepage. So I didn't even know this website existed until about 3 days ago. It's called thefreedomrevolution.com. I think you might have to log in on the bottom right corner where there's a little dial and the password is just revolution. It's a really amazing resource to just basically send to your prospects. The first, if you look at the beginning, is a welcome to the Freedom Revolution, and it's like a nearly 3-minute video. And this video is awesome. Like, I sat here and watched it and felt like I was part of Juice Plus for the first time, which was actually really exciting. And it just has different, I think there are NMDs, just different people from all over the world really sharing what Juice Plus is and really sharing our community more than anything. It wasn't necessarily just talking about the products. It was way much more about how much we impact people in the community. And I think personally, that's what we should be focusing on more, because people don't really care about sometimes what's in it. They care more about how you're going to make them feel. And that's really the number one most important thing, in my opinion, to always remember. And then if you scroll down, we have listen to our stories. So now this is actually amazing. There's like 8 videos that mostly are about 12 minutes long. And it covers from athletes, entrepreneurs and free spirits, medical professionals, parents, professionals, teachers, silver seniors, and military. So I actually probably think we've got every single person covered in that. And if you're maybe unsure, then I would reach out to your upline and ask your upline, hey, what kind of prospect do you think video would be best for that? Sometimes I feel it's a bit overwhelming to send a whole website to somebody. So what you could do is you could screenshot a certain part of this website and you could send it to them and say, hey, check out this link, but just scroll down and click straight on the athlete's video, because then you're keeping things very clear and concise for your potential person. You really want to make sure that you don't overwhelm your prospect. So the final thing on the homepage is expanding your options. So when you click on that and you open it up, it's like a little booklet that Juice Plus have made, and they're talking about joining the revolution. And you just go through, and what's really amazing about this is there's just questions, just like thought-provoking questions that would make a new person really think about what an opportunity like this could do for them. Personally, I would only send this website to someone, perhaps maybe when they've seen a bit of other information. I wouldn't send this out as the first thing they see, because this can then help them think more about, you know, oh, look, there's the products again. And oh, look, that's what Juice Plus Company is really about. Obviously, we all have our own brands, but it's really important for me. This Freedom Revolution really helps wrap up what Juice Plus really is, and, you know, why we're really all part of that too. So that's kind of it, to be honest. We've got loads of testimonials and loads of stories on the homepage alone before you even dive into the rest of the website. So it's a really great resource that I think we can all start using. Back to Molly.
Awesome. Thank you, Tasha. So next, we're going to throw it over to Sylvia.
Okay, hi guys, hi everyone. So I shared on the group already the other day. I'm super excited about this group, this website, and I went through all the videos, and I thought we really have everything we need to get someone started right now. It's like right there. So I will go through the get started session. This is what I'm sending right now to my new people, to my new teammates, because I feel in less than an hour, they can already have an overview of everything they need to do to get started with their business. So we have all videos that are about 5 minutes, so they are all pretty quick, short and sweet, as we like. So the first one is a video from Lauren. It's called Casting Vision, and it's really about creating your vision of what this could be for you. So I think it's pretty powerful to start from here, because we can really start having that why clear that can lead us through the business. Also, we have the download starter guide. So from here, you can download basically all the information that you will find in the other videos. And there is the memory jogger. So it's super important because a new person already can start doing the list from that memory jogger. The second video is making your list. So this is from Jake and Jenna Root. It's really about writing your list of contacts. So we know that that is the first step to get started with our business. They also go through a lot of practical examples. I feel that is super interesting. So for example, Jake goes through, warm contacts or cold market, and they show examples of how they would start the conversation with that kind of prospect. Third video is sharing your product story. So of course, this is one of the foundations, it's what we do, right? Sharing our story. So sharing the product story is great because it shows really people don't react to what we do, but to why we do it. So learning how to share in 45 to 60 seconds what our story, our experiences with the product is super important. Also, I feel it's great that both in this video and in the next one, sharing your business story, there is a focus for new people on how to share your story, even if you still don't have a story, because it's really about sharing what made sense to you. So I feel this is really helping new teammates to see how they can start sharing their story already from day one, and then changing it along their journey. So sharing your business story, of course, it's about the business part. I think it's very important that we also help our new people to put these two stories together as soon as we can. But especially at the beginning, it's probably easier to have a product story and a business story. Next video is about events. And I think it's great because it goes through different kinds of events. So as we know, we can have Zoom events, we can have Facebook events, we can have live events. Guys, I'm not sure if someone has a microphone on, if you can all mute yourself. Thank you. So for someone new, what does it mean to host an event or to plan an event? So here we really have examples of the events we can do, and the great advice to buddy up with someone that I feel it's so helpful when you're doing your first events. Next video is effective inviting, because of course, yeah, we want to do events, but we want to know how to invite people to those events. So we have the right verbiage to start inviting our first prospects to our first events, take a look to the product and the opportunity. Social media success, of course, is a video that I really love because I use social media a lot, but this is really about the basics on social media. So what we don't want to do, we don't want to spam, we don't want to become like an online store. That's not what we want to do. People are interested in who we are and how we live our life. So it's really about how we want to use social media, what we want to share, and what we want to put out there, and how we want to share the community and the mission. Next video is the art of follow-up. I think this is super important, especially for someone at the beginning. They can get very discouraged at a no, or at a maybe, or at a I have to think about it. We know already that the fortune is in the follow-up, but hearing on your first day that most of the people take 5 follow-ups before making a decision, I feel that takes off so much pressure of you and already gives you a realistic expectation. Expanding your team, of course, is about finding your tribe and starting building your team. And I think it's great that we already put that focus, not only on finding customer and creating a customer base, but also on expanding your tribe, expanding your team, and already start building a wide business. That is what gives you stability in the long term. And then what's next? So what are your next steps in your journey? So I feel really in this, like not even an hour of videos, a new team member has everything they need to get started without having too much information, without having too many tools. Here is everything they need. So thank you so much. I'm gonna pass over to Molly for the next part.
Thanks, Sylvia. I love what you said, how it is every single tool is right there, and it's really not overwhelming, and I think that makes a big difference, and it provides that visual with the videos. It gives an explanation. So yeah, that, the getting started section is really, really instrumental. So next up, we're going to have Lindsay, and she's going to go over our facts and videos sections. Go ahead, Linz.
Oh, hi everyone. So I'm going to talk about the frequently asked questions part of this, and for me, this actually helped a lot answer like my own questions, because people would ask me all the time about, like what's different, how is this different from a multivitamin, and like certain questions they would ask that I wouldn't really have like just kind of like stumble along. And so all of these videos are like all about like certain questions that people ask specifically about it, and it really breaks it down in like a super short, like 5 minutes or less video that really like helps, like, this is this, like ABC, this is why. And it helps you not only with your own story and how you portray it, but also like for any of your new customers, your new teammates, like you can take them to this page and be like, if somebody has a question about this, here is a super short, sweet answer that you can take points from and put your own twist on it and explain it to other people, which I really like. And one of the ones that I always had questions about was, why do we ship it in 4 months installments instead of, every month continuously or for a whole year? And it's because it takes your body 4 months for it to get the full effect and to change, like, not only your eating habits, but your energy and what you crave, and like how your body reacts to the amount of fruits and vegetables that you're putting into it. So I really liked that. And because people always ask me that, they're like, well, why do I get it in 4 months? And I was like, well, now I can actually give them the answer that they're looking for and that I was looking for as a new customer as well. So just this part is definitely one of my favorite parts of this whole website, because it gives you specific, short to the point answers, which is really, really nice and helpful. Whether it's like in the next section, the business questions. Like for me personally, I went into this as somebody completely new and like unknown to the whole business side of it, and these really, really help break down what you have specific questions about. And like Lauren said, it's all about like keeping track of it, treating it like a business and not as a hobby. And these are perfect examples of like all the questions that people have, and it's just really helpful. And then the next part of the videos, you want to go to the next one up the top, the videos, it says, if you click on it, that it's under construction right now, but at the bottom it takes you to a YouTube channel. So it tells other people's stories. So you're not just sharing yours, you're showing how this can help other people. And that's what we're all looking for, is to not only make a difference in our own lives, but to help make a difference in other people's lives. And so this is really a good tool, because it, like, everybody uses YouTube, like, and so it takes you to all of the YouTube videos. Any questions that you have about like how you should share it without sharing it, creating FOMO and curiosity, this is really what can help you in any part of your business or just in your own personal story. So both of these are really, really good tools that you should incorporate into your own business, or customers, if they have questions, be like, oh, would you mind watching this short 2-minute video? This might help answer your question, and if you have any more, like, feel free to ask me. And then just kind of like leave them hanging, because it'll make them want to know more and more about it. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Liz. Mary Beth, I think that was you who had messaged in the bottom. And I don't know if you could see, but in those facts, it does tell you what the difference is and why it's not a supplement. So I think it's, like Lindsay said, those videos are super instrumental. It covers the most frequently asked questions. And that's really neat that, we don't want to have to take all of our time to answer somebody's questions. I mean, we will, obviously, we will, because we want to educate, but it's really nice to send them a short video and already have it readily available rather than having to go and dig one up. So that's super cool. Next up, we have Kat, and she's going to go over our compensation plan.
Hey guys, I'm so happy to be on Molly's team and sharing a little bit about this new awesome website, which I absolutely love. It's so freaking awesome that we have all these resources available to us in one spot. We don't have to go and like scramble across YouTube and everything. It's just so much better. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the marketing plan basics. So as you can see, if you just go to the normal side, you are prompted to the US market plan videos, and then up at the top, you can switch it to the Canadian marketing plan. So I'm personally in Canada, but I'll talk a little bit about the US plan. So the first video talks about how do I reach my HLP, which is reaching your first promotion and getting that $100 bonus. I'm sure most of us know the 3 different household and 500 points, and if not, then there's your video there, you can check it out, and all the points and values you can find in your virtual office, in your forms and resources. And then the next video is how do I achieve my 2000 plus, which is your second promotion, your fast tracking to VF, which is where all the fun begins. So the video talks about the different possibilities and how it's just so much easier to do it as a team, because let's be honest, like, teamwork makes life so much better, and it's so much easier to achieve the goals. And this business is really not about you. It's about what you can do for others and how you as a team can rise up. And the same for the how do I fast track to sales coordinator. Again, it explains the different possibilities and how you can get there. So if you haven't kind of checked the website out yet, I would definitely go and check out the videos. And then we have one more. What is the Juice Blast compensation plan? So I guess that's the most important one. And I have it so often when I have new people, new team join, they're like, what is the compensation plan? Like, even before I want to open my virtual office, I want to know what it's about, how I can make my money, because we all are here for the money in one way or another. We all care about it. And so it's really good to have that video that we can just share. And yeah, those resources really make a difference. So I'm going to flick it back to Molly, who's going to wrap it up.
Awesome. Thanks, Kat. You know, I think you said it right. In some way or another, we are here for the money, because obviously the more money we're making is a direct reflection of the number of people we're helping. And so I think it's really important to understand the compensation plan, because you need to understand how it works and how clubs work so that you can explain it, but also so you know how many people you're going to be helping, because there's a lot of power in that. So yes, thank you so much for explaining the comp plan. And I'm gonna go over the documents section, and then we're gonna do a little activity, and then we'll wrap it up. So Lauren has been saying the whole time, you know, you have to track it. If she gave the example of Joss, you know, at his job, you wouldn't have a job if you weren't tracking your progress. And so the documents section, I printed it off. It's 26 pages long, and honestly, I would say, you know, if you like to keep virtual documents, you know, do it that way, but have this accessible so that you can really put pen to paper and fill in to see the progress of what you're doing. So the first thing, it has the starter guide. So the starter guide is the 26 pages. Sylvia kind of had gone over it a little bit in the getting started section as well. Underneath that, you have all your order forms you can see for the US, for Canada. I would think at some point that this site, as we continue to innovate, we'll add other order forms on there for the other countries we're in. So that's super exciting to see. There's room for growth. You have your Tower Garden order forms, your new representative application. You know, I know that you can key a new rep in on your phone, but there's some people who are old school, or you might not have access at that time. And I think it's really valuable to keep a couple new rep applications in your bag so that you're ready to go. And, you know, you create that momentum from the beginning with your new prospect and team member. The next section is the memory jogger. And the memory jogger, I mean, it's just the same thing. You are putting pen to paper, and you're really keeping track of of your activities, and they should be your money-making activities. But the memory jogger, whenever you put everything in there, it really allows you to also see, okay, what is a high-paying activity and what's really not serving me, and how you can refine and tweak what you're doing so that you're working smarter and not harder. The next section is the customer profile, and those are actually something I just recently started using. I don't know if I should admit that or not. But the customer profiles are really great. You know, it gives you a rundown of just jotting some notes down about your customers, so that, you know, it feels good when somebody remembers something that you had spoken with them about before, whether it's like their kid was in a school play and you bring that back up and you ask about how it was, you know, whatever little thing's important. And I find that the customer profile is just a really quick and easy resource to stay organized with your customers, and to make sure that you're checking back in with them and really do care. The next section is your dream team. You know, really putting that list down there, even, you know, the list of the people that you're scared to talk to, but what you put out into the universe, you get back tenfold. So, you know, you need to have your dream team down there and really go after it. And the last two parts on that, there are the Shred 10 system guide and the Shred 10 presentation book. You know, the Shred is a huge part of our business right now. It drives so much momentum for so many people. And so those are just a great tool to have available, that, you know, that presentation book is right there. You can pull it up just the same, like as in the getting started or the home section with Tasha, you expand your options presentation. And so, yeah, those are kind of the resources that are right there. I would challenge everyone, you know, really go through the starter guide that's there and check it out. Something else that's in there is a little activity that actually at conference, Linda Evenden did this with us at our wrap up. And I really found it to be really powerful, and it's a part of this, and it's sharing your business story. And it goes about it in a plot acronym. And so the P is your pain, the L is your lesson, the O is your opportunity, and the T is your triumph. So the way Linda did it with us, you know, she did it just a little bit different. It was your background, what's not working, why this community and this opportunity is the solution, and then why you're excited about it. So I would just challenge everyone to let that be your activity, and really go through and do the plot acronym. And then the page after that, then it says rewrite your business story as a paragraph from beginning to end. You know, I know we all have a business and a product story, and just the same, it's really powerful. You know, those stories change as we evolve and we grow. And I think it's really important to have it down, to be able to see it, and to see that power, and where you were at and where you're going, and see the changes. Even if you keep those plot stories, and you see as you progress through this journey where you started and where you're at now and how much growth you've had. So yeah, that's really the Freedom Revolution. So thank you, everybody. We're super, super excited about it. I hope you guys are really excited about it as well. It's an amazing tool, and we're so blessed that the company put this together for us.
Awesome. Well, I just want to say, Molly and your team, that millennials definitely mean business, because you guys were just come on to let you guys know how that shows up. You guys are going to get 25 points for a perfect presentation. You're going to get 10 points for all of your teams showing up. You're going to get 25 points for 5 new products. I think you guys said 5 new customers. You're going to get 5 points for a new team member, 10 points for 2 events that are planned, 5 points for your flyer, 10 points for 2 people submitting their grids. So first of all, give these guys a big hand, because they rocked it with regards to submitting everything with regards to the team. So yay, give them some love, because that was awesome. Really, really great. Can you guys hear me? Okay?
Yeah.
You guys hear me?
Thank you.
Okay. So, and then we've got Natalie's team. We got 5 points for a flyer and 10 points for 2 grids that are submitted. And that was an amazing job. Love to figure out how we can do that with you guys once a month. But we have this now. All of you should be sharing this with your team. I think all of you hopefully are inspired about, you know, my goal is to pass the mic for you guys to shine. So just Molly, just to see how you bring together a team, unbelievable. And Kat, how you just jumped in from Canada, because once again, guys, concepts are constants. Just like Kat said, we're all building, we want to start locally, but we want to think globally. So all these concepts, no matter where you are in the world, whether it be Australia, the US, Canada, the UK, all these concepts are exactly the same. You just need to follow this tried and proven method. The only thing that's going to shift is probably a little bit about the pay plan with regards to those. But other than that, extraordinary. So next week, I know we have another team that's going to be doing the Healthy Living Revolution. We need you guys to submit. You're still available. You know, it's still an option for you guys to send in your grids, how many events, how many new customers, how many new you know, new customers and new distributors. But this is what we're going to be doing, and we're going to be building for some nice, many of you guys to SSE. You can totally do it in the next couple months by following and everything. And that means that you go SSE, you can go to the Cortese Q School, which is in August. I'll be posting information about that. But great job, and thanks so much, guys. Remember today we have 2 calls. We have our fast track to SC call at 1 p.m. And then I think Tasha can let us know who that is with. I saw it on there and I'm forgetting. And
Julia
tonight
Shepley.
on our Julia Shepley, you guys definitely want to be on that. She's been building teams like crazy. Her business has gone up about 400%. Also tonight, you want to be on for Veronique. Oh, well, 2 things. You want to be on for the Cortese call because Sylvia is going to be sharing, and we want to be there to support Sylvia and bring your new people on the call and let them know that she's on tonight sharing her story, which is her good to great story. And then on our YOLO event tonight, we have Veronique calling in from Hong Kong. Bank. Put on people, grow your business. It's your time, guys. Great job, Molly. Thank you again to you and your team. Bye, everyone.